Happy New Year's! We're almost New Year's Eve. Guys, my last live stream in the evening was last night. So go check that out. It was live. I talked all about how do we manifest the Iraqi dinar using this book. You should go watch it. If you need something fun to do tonight and you don't want to watch the programming, that live stream will be available. It's always available. And I shared a lot there. I also just did my live stream this morning with all these details. I'm the only one talking about how your mindset could help pull this in, your prayers, your mindset, your fasting. If you're into manifestation, your powers of manifestation, please subscribe, tap the bell. Even if you're spiritual and you're not a lover of all things Jesus, it doesn't matter. Whatever you pray to, you're welcome here. We need as many people as I can to pull this in with us. We need it in now. Everybody needs new money. Everybody needs extra money because of the economy and everything that's been done to us. So I hope you will join us in manifesting that. That's my one pitch. Just subscribe, tap the bell, share with all your spiritual friends who believe in their powers of manifestation. So together we can pull this in. It takes a collective, guys, to bring miracles. Just like I got the miracle with my sister's heart, miracle with my brother being cancer-free, both of my brothers being cancer-free. Those are miracles that were created here in this family. So now we need to pull in the wealth transfer, which is going to help a lot of people around the world. So it takes a collective. So please join us. Amen. Amen. I believe you will. I believe you'll subscribe and hit the bell because I'm the Truth, Facts, and Optimism channel. A lot of articles I went through. Breaking news out of Iraq, hottest intel on the planet. Here we go. This is from our military sources. Iraq clinches 29th place in global foreign reserve rankings. Guys, I went through that article in detail. That's amazing. The Iraqi stock exchange trades over, 3.2 million over the week. They've got a hopping stock exchange that if you're a member of my channel, access to the Zooms, you could have gotten that information. You still can. The UAE denies role in Yemen escalation. Why? The UAE is full of laws and orders. They have closed borders. They have high security. Yemen is a great state in the Middle East. The UAE is a great state. I mean, so they're not escalating wars anywhere. They don't want war. They want peace for their citizenry. And so I went through that, and it makes sense if you understand what's going on globally. Kurdistan shifts towards exports under 2025 three-year trade plan. Guys, you know they've been doing the tri-part budget. Kurdistan is switching to exports. Why? Because they got all that oil flowing that was paused for 2.5 years. It's all flowing through Turkey. We are just waiting for this thing to happen. The next article, again, this is a lot of articles, so I'm going fast. KDP withdraws Shakawan Abdul's candidacy for second deputy speaker post. I didn't cover a lot of these political articles. Why? Because in my community, we know, because I have Forex traders that are professionals, they know that Forex already has the rate at $4.81.01. When the flip is switched, that's the rate. It's already preloaded on the new Forex system. And I covered last night that, or on my Zoom, that Forex system is going from the SWIFT embedded with the blockchain. It's being done in a new way where I don't know if they're replacing it or if they're just embedding it. It doesn't matter. The point is it's happening everywhere, and that's pulling in the wealth transfer. So don't fight it. Just rejoice that it's happening. Iraq expects 6 French aircraft by the end of the year. Oh, yeah, that's the end of this year. U.S. message to Iraqis, Maharishi. Washington is not backing any prime minister candidate. They made it clear that they're not. I went through that article in detail. You can watch the live stream for that. Just go under my live stream tab on my homepage of my channel. I put more content out than anybody else. Iraq's economy in 2025, oil dominance and delayed reforms. I talked about excerpts of that article. Guys, Iraq is in a perfect place. Also, I covered the article about Iraq's influencers, their social media influencers, how the CBI rules could push a booming digital economy underground. In other words, CBI is saying don't spread lies. It's very important, their public perception, so they can get revalued. So some of the digital content creators got a little butthurt. And so, I don't know, that's up to them. It's none of our business how they deal with whether they have First Amendment speech or not. I don't know. I'm not in that country that's primarily Muslim. So Iraq's delicate maneuver, boosting revenue without crushing consumer power. That was an interesting article that I covered. Also, Iraqi Kurdistan investment projects create 160,000 jobs. Yeah, the Kurdistan region creating 160,000 jobs is a huge boon to the Iraqi economy and to the citizenry. Then you've got an article we covered briefly, protesters sweeping across Iran as authorities use weather as a pretext to suspend work. Iran's got problems, guys. They've always have, and they're working on it. It's none of our business. We just pray that Iraq is done. And then in Iraq, their security services are so strong. They just 5 ISIS suspects captured in multiple Iraqi raids. Guys, I'm so glad that our American military can take credit that they trained their INSS and their security forces to use intelligence to get the rest of the people out. And guys, that's how they're making the case with these new advanced financial systems. It's making cases for them because why? They can follow the money easier. They're not telling you how sophisticated the systems are because they don't want the crooks knowing that they can follow all the money. Amen. It just makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? It sure does to me. I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell for more information like this. Now we look at what everybody else is saying. This is earlier. This is going to post around 12:30 because I have a 1 o'clock appointment. I can't get over it. And then I need to spend some much needed time with my hubby who worked really hard yesterday. So, the summary of everybody else is starting now at 6 minutes. Dinar Guru Newsflash. Major demonstrations have broke out across Iran. I covered that in detail. It's too early to know if this will snowball into regime change. Several political leaders have resigned already. Stay tuned in as the Dinar Gurus chime in on this developing situation, how it will impact the odds of the Iraqi dinar increasing value. Iraq is secure and stable. Its borders are stable. We knew that when Syria had a regime change. Right next door, Iran is going through the same thing, possibly, but it doesn't matter. Our Iraqi citizens, our military taught the Iraqi Border Patrol how to handle that, so they're prepared, in my opinion. I don't think you should worry about it. Mountain Goat. So you see, it all works together and is interconnected. Mountain Goat says, and I have not even begun to mention the natural resources available that is also in the making to be marketed very soon. Let's start with the beginning. It says, there's much more evidence that not everything that is pointing to early 2026 for them to normalize the dinar and place it back on Forex to trade. The Development Road Project, the Port of Fa, or the reopening of the Cyan oil pipeline that can almost double the oil revenue. Oh, did I mention the customs and tariffs revenues? Some of these projects and more at the implementation phases, and some are generating real revenues already with potential for more massive amounts. Most of these projects are recent within the last 4 years, and they take time to come to full capacity for revenue generation for the federal government. It's a slow process. I'm glad he pointed this out because I talk about those kind of details. I get that insight when I do my live streams. So he said, so you see it all works together and is interconnected. He said, Mountain Goat's perception is mine. I will leave it to the gatekeepers of Iraq and the Central Bank of Iraq to decide when to reinstate the dinar based on all their incredible developments. High praise goes to Sudani for running his country so well that this could happen at this time. They are out. The time is ripe. Everybody agrees with it. Now we go to, let's see. We go to Guru Jeff. It says, I've been bringing a lot of critical data and information forward, showing you they are going international next year. So if they're going to go international next year, for them to implement trade 100%, they need a convertible tradable currency. In order for them to implement the banking reforms 100%, they need the rate to change. In order for Parliament to get the 150 plus laws done, world trade, they need that convertible currency. I'm just taking you down common sense road. They're going international next month. That's what he says. It's already the 30th. Next month is 2 days from now. Can you wait? I think we could wait to whenever it happens. Frank 26, it's not a coincidence that many countries are making changes to their currency. Even Iran is trying. Syria is dropping zeros in January and Iran in March. I know, I talked about that last night on my live stream. It's pretty funny. Their budget time frames are different, but Syria and Iraq budgets are the same, January 1st to December 31st. It's the best time to be alive. Comment down below if you agree that. Then you've got Claire. Article, the Central Bank of Syria requires citizens to follow new procedures when exchanging currency. The Central Bank of Syria announced the regulations that must be followed by citizens and customers when submitting old Syrian pound banknotes to authorized entities for exchange for banknotes. This is Syria, of course. As part of the ongoing preparation for the upcoming exchange process, the governor of the Central Bank of Syria, Abdul Qadir al-Hassari, explained that the standard for the replacement process is to remove 2 zeros from the nominal value, so that every 100 old Syrian pounds will be equivalent to 1 new Syrian pound, noting that the replacement process will begin on January 1st, 2026, and will continue for 90 days. So Syria is going to do it on January 1st, according to this. But they know not many people are holding the Syrian currency. Everybody's holding the Iraqi currency, and they know that. So when are they going to do it? What do you think? Comment down below. Militiaman. Iraq has been doing everything they need to do to set themselves up for integration into the global financial system. They are the head of the global financial system. They are the head of the changes. They are the pinnacle. According to the World Bank and articles I've studied for the last 3 years, the World Bank has said they have the most state-of-the-art banking system in the world. Iraq does. And they're replicating from there to Turkey, to Syria. That's why they can change their currencies easily. They have the same system that Iraq has. And it's also replicating here in America. Do you believe it? Say, yes, I believe it. Comment down below. So Militiaman said that's where we're at. Are there still things happening within this year? Absolutely. He believes it could happen anytime. Me too. Sandy Ingram, the word revalue will just fall off a cliff because it's not about a revalue. It's a currency adjustment. Once Iraq puts itself in a position for the currency to float or do whatever it is they're going to do with it, like go live on Forex, then they will feel the full force of global investors behind them. That will determine what exactly, market forces, the economics is what drives prices up or down. It works the same with any New York Stock Exchange company, any NASDAQ Stock Exchange company, any crypto asset that you hold. It works the same. It goes up and down according to the market sets the rates. So it needs to be floated on Forex, which it will, like all foreign currencies are when they're revalued. Fun Lou, Iraq has taken initial steps towards establishing a comprehensive regulatory framework for virtual and digital assets aligned with international best practices. Initial steps mean they haven't even begun the task at hand. I told you they are not ready, and the banking structure is at least 2 steps behind the world of fintech and tokenization. I disagree because he hasn't been getting the articles from the military like I have, so I've come in direct opposition to Fun Lou. They've done everything. They are the state of the art of the new banking system that is going to be replicated all over the world. You either watch my Iraqi Dinar playlist. That's why I created it. Guru Jeff, article, Syria to launch a new currency from January 6th in a bid to revive their economy. And Jeff goes, consider the timing when things are happening and why. Notice how as sanctions are getting lifted, those are what allowed Syria to do this step in January. Yes, Trump did a tour of the Middle East. They stayed away from Iraq because Iraq is sovereign. He wanted to not look to be influencing it because that would affect them. The citizenry would not like that, right? So he stayed away from there, but yet he lifted the sanctions on Syria. Why? It was after I predicted that the systems were in Iraq. Then they were in Syria with 75. They were in Turkey with 75 million people. Then they were put into Syria, and our military sources were confirming that. We talked about this on the Zoom, so you're missing that aspect. Frank 26, so Iraq is not in the World Trade Organization yet, or are they? You want it on a document, you want it on a piece of paper, you can wait for that. But if you was to say, Frank, have they done everything they need to do be a member of the World Trade Organization? The answer is yes. That's why we have an article where the WTO says, come welcome, you're a member now, you did everything. Did Sudani say thank you, we'll be there next Tuesday? No, Iraq didn't say jack. Why? It's waiting for the new exchange rate. I agree, they're keeping this hidden, guys, because speculators will take advantage of that, and they don't like speculators. That's why they made the US dollar like illegal to be used in Iraq. Only speculators are using the dollar to earn the difference between the dinar and the dollar. So be careful where you get your currency at this late date. Guys, that's about it. I'm caught up. I do these summaries every day. This one went a little long because there were so many breaking news. Please comment down below if you like my summaries, and I'll keep doing them. God bless. Bye.